Hello, everyone. I suggest you get acquainted with the animals that differ from all other of their relatives by their incredibly large size. All of them are so big that their size is more like an anomaly than the norm. And these are the 10 representatives of their species, the planet's abnormally large animals. Let's go. 1. The mushroom crocodile, referred to as the ogre crocodile, is one of the largest members of its genus. The largest individuals are capable of reaching 7 meters in length and weighing about 2 tons. Because of its enormous strength and bad temper, it even has the gall to disperse sharks that carelessly swim into its territory. The largest crocodile in the world, weighing more than a ton and almost 6.5 meters long, was caught in the Philippines in September 2011. The voracious creature, nicknamed Lolong, had managed to eat one local resident before being caught in the net, and the other was officially reported missing. The crocodile was hunted for 3 weeks. First, a trap was made for him from fishing nets, but the strong reptile tore it to shreds. As a result, the predator was caught all the same and placed in the local zoo to attract tourists. However, in captivity, Lolong did not live long, only a year and a half, and died at the age of 50. For crocodiles, which live for 100 years, this is the prime of life. There is also another cannibal crocodile, the exact size of which is unknown. After all attempts to catch or destroy the maniac have failed. But one thing is certain, and this homicidal maniac has killed more than 300 people in just the past few years. A monster named Gustav lives to this day. 2. The largest boar in the world was the trophy of an 11-year-old hunter from the state of Alabama. Young hunter Jameson shot a real monster. Its weight was as much as 480 kilograms, and its length reached 3.5 meters. Thus, he managed to shoot the largest wild boar in the world. But in 2015, another giant boar was shot in the forests of the Sverdlovsk region. The 2-meter-long beast, weighing an incredible 535 kilograms, was killed by a local hunter with the second shot. The boar could not even be loaded into a car. The carcass was simply roped to the car, and that was how the carcass was transported. A boar with such dimensions should immediately be added to the Guinness Book of World Records. And then this monster will be the new official record. 3. The salamander of Spain is a genus of caudal amphibians and is represented by 2 species. The Japanese and Chinese giant salamanders, which differ in the arrangement of the tubercles on their heads as well as their habitat. This giant salamander was discovered by a Japanese boy on his way to school. When we think of salamanders, we think of small lizards living near a body of water. However, the Spanish salamander is much larger than its cousins and can grow to 160 centimeters in length, although they rarely reach this size now because the meat of this salamander is often eaten and considered a delicacy, which led to a decrease in the population of the animal, and its listing in the Red Book as a species threatened with extinction. Nowadays, salamanders are not encountered in the wild in Japan and are bred in special nurseries. 4. At various times, travelers have claimed to have seen with their own eyes or heard from eyewitnesses about snakes 30 to 40 meters long living in the Amazon. However, of those recognized as reliable, the maximum length of a giant anaconda measured by a Colombian geologist in 1944 was 11 meters 43 centimeters. But this specimen of the giant snake could not be preserved. According to unconfirmed reports, the python record holder who lived in a zoo in the 80s had a length of 12 meters 20 centimeters. However, officially the longest specimen entered in the Guinness Book of Records is considered a python caught back in 1912 on the island of Celebes in Indonesia. It was 9 meters and 75 centimeters long, but the Philippine reticulated python, reported in the media to be 14 meters long and weighing 447 kilograms, was in fact more than half its actual length. In general, there is a huge amount of information on the internet about the giant snakes. but all of them are not officially confirmed. Thus, the anaconda and the reticulated python to this day compete with each other for the right to be called the longest snakes on Earth. And giant snakes attacking courageous hunters in the deep jungle and eating people, a favorite subject of many adventure stories and action Hollywood movies. 5. The Goliath frog is a resident of the African continent. It lives in Equatorial Guinea and Cameroon. It is the largest frog in the world. The Goliath frog alone can be up to 32 centimeters long, not including its large, long legs, and can weigh more than 3 kilograms. But being big is not easy. This size makes Goliaths slow and clumsy creatures. Many frogs are not squeamish about dirty water, so they are often found in swamps. But Goliath frogs can live only in crystal clear water with high oxygen content. They are also very picky about water temperature. Goliath frogs are now considered an endangered species. From the 80s to the 2000s, the number of these huge frogs has almost halved. The main threat to the population is the capture of these frogs by local people for the purpose of eating their meat. 6. Off the coast of Southern California, a giant herring king or common strapfish has been identified and shocked by its size. The deep-sea creature with red fins was seen underwater by an American woman. As it turned out, the fish was already dead, so the woman picked it up by its tail and brought it to shore. But it took about 15 minutes to bring the dead fish to the shore, which weighed about 180 kilograms. After that, she asked people to help to lift the fish, because its length was more than 5 meters. To do this, 14 people were enlisted. They took the herring king in their arms and took a general photo. The herring king is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the longest living bonefish. It turns out that the largest recorded specimen reached a length of 11 meters and weighed 272 kilograms. 7. Meet Darius, the largest rabbit in the world. Its length is 130 centimeters and its weight exceeds 22 kilograms. He is currently recognized as the largest rabbit. But it looks like Darius won't have to enjoy his title for long, because he has a serious competitor. This is his own 6-month-old cub Jeff, whose length at this age already reaches 110 centimeters. Thus, the son has every chance to surpass his father in size. Continental giant rabbits used to be bred usually for meat, but now they are considered wonderful and intelligent pets. According to the owner, she needs more than 2,000 carrots and 700 apples annually to feed her rabbit brothers. And that's on top of the special rabbit food, which costs her 5,000 pounds. What a price to pay for such beautiful and cute babies. 8. The grizzly bear is a subspecies of the brown bear that is found in Alaska and western Canada. In appearance, the grizzly is close to the Siberian subspecies of the brown bear. In general, the grizzly is much larger, stronger, and heavier than the Siberian brown bear. Seeing the huge visitor, the camera crew was greatly frightened. But they had nothing to fear, because after 6 months of hibernation this bear would first want to clean its skin. A distinctive feature of the grizzly is its size. An adult male grows up to 3 meters tall and can weigh up to 500 kilograms. However, in the wild, you can meet individuals who are about 4.5 meters tall. When walking, the grizzly wiggles and wobbles. At the sight of a man, the grizzly does not run away, but attacks him. But it does so only if it sees a human threat. Such aggressiveness of a grizzly is understandable, because in the 20th century there was a mass extermination of grizzlies. People, whether a bear was a threat to their lives or not, hunted and killed thousands of them. There were even prizes for a grizzly's head. I've been hanging out with you guys. All right, all kidding aside. A U.S. Forest Service employee shot and killed a giant cannibal bear in Alaska. The young man was hunting deer. When a huge grizzly appeared 50 meters away and rushed at him, the hunter managed to raise his 7mm automatic rifle and unloaded the entire magazine on the attacking bear. The grizzly fell a few feet from the man. An Alaska Department of Wildlife and Fisheries Commission later determined that it was the largest grizzly bear ever taken in the world. It weighed more than 726 pounds, and it would have been about 4.3 meters tall if it had been standing on its hind legs. Having examined the contents of the grizzly's stomach, scientists found fragments of human bodies in it. The commission found that the grizzly had killed at least 2 people in the last 72 hours alone. 9. We used to think of snails as small mollusks. However, even a snail has something to surprise us. The East African game snail Achatina gigantea is considered to be the largest in the world. The record specimen has a length of almost 40 centimeters. The shell size is 27 centimeters and the invertebrate weighs exactly 900 grams. This gastropod mollusk with eyes on the end of its tentacles lives in countries with tropical climates, and in some of them is considered a pest of crops. Clams are voracious and indiscriminate eaters. They can eat grass and animal carcasses with equal pleasure. The meat of these invertebrates, in turn, is considered a delicacy by locals, and Europeans prefer to keep giant Acotis as pets. 10. Among the currently known turtles, the leatherback turtle is recognized as the largest. They are known to have an average weight of 600 kilograms and a length of 2.5 meters. At one time, an individual weighing a little less than a ton was found, namely 916 kilograms. This record is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records. It is difficult to imagine the 5-meter wavelength of the front legs of this giant. The age of this giant was determined and it is an incredible 529 years. It is interesting that the leatherback turtle, the record holder, is not only in size, it is also the fastest. This world's largest tortoise was discovered in the Amazon. It is with such headlines that these photos of the largest turtle are spreading with great speed on the internet. The photos, of course, are just another fake. Even a Japanese police car, a Toyota Crown, has been inserted in the wrong place by Amazon territories. On the other hand, such photos are widely used on the most popular YouTube channels. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Leave comments, like and subscribe to the channel not to miss new videos. See you soon.